Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo, and I'm back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, what we're gonna be talking about, man, what did the Raiders really offer Josh Jacobs as far as his contract extension, man? The numbers have came out, and it may surprise you. So without further ado, let's get this theme music rocking and let's get into it.
As a young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Once again, you are watching another episode of the Raider Rundown. Please tap on that like and subscribe button, man, and hit the little share button if you can, man. Trying to get the channel monetized, and I can't do it without y'all help. Anything y'all can do to help me is much appreciated. But like I said, man, today, what we got to get into, right? We got to get into the Josh Jacobs news and, the recent information that's come out about his contract extension. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So look, it is being reported that the Raiders offered Josh Jacobs a $12 million contract. Now, the length of the contract was only for 1 year, but you got to think about it, right? Saquon Barkley was in the same realm with Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb. They were all on the same Zoom call when it comes to talking about running back wages and how fair the running back position should be compensated, right? So when you think about that, all of them guys were in that Zoom call. I believe a couple of days after, Jacobs now is the only prominent running back from that Zoom call that is now unsigned and not in training camp. So when you look at Saquon Barkley's contract numbers, he got a year for $11 million, right? And when you look at that, the Raiders offered Jacobs a higher pay, same number of years. But then when you're looking, right, what's the incentives for Jacobs? Because when you look at Saquon, he has a lot of incentives in his contract. Now, his contract can reach $12 million. I'm talking about Saquon Barkley. His contract can reach $12 million, but the start of it was around 10, 11, right? With the incentives, it can go up to 12. When you're looking at Josh, was his base starting price at $12 million? And what incentives did they put inside the contract, right? That's what I want to figure out, because he obviously did not accept the contract. He's not in training camp. So now when we're looking at it, right, what was inside? What was the language inside of the contract now? When you're looking like, oh, he could have got 12 million. And now we got to look under the surface, because 12 million, although it looks like a fair number, and that's a number I've been saying throughout the whole offseason that's pretty fair. $12 million for Josh Jacobs, I think, is a pretty fair deal. Not, especially considering with the way the roster still needs to be built. There's still a couple holes, right? 12 million for him, I think that's pretty fair. Now, for a year, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, right, I think 12 million is fair compensation. Now, we have to look deeper. What's the language inside the contract? What type of incentives, what type of goals did he need to hit for him to exceed the number of money, exceed that? Or was the $12 million an add-on with the incentives? You feel me? Like, he had to get a certain number of yards, had to have a certain number of carries, had to have a certain number of games played to reach the full maximum 12 million, right? And that's what we got to figure out within the contract. But y'all let me know down below, man. Do you think that $12 million is fair compensation for Josh Jacobs? Because me personally, I honestly think that's fair compensation. Now, he turned that $12 million down. I think it's going to be a very, very hard thing for him to do to find a better contract than that. Especially, that's just me. Okay, I don't think anybody else is going to be offering Josh Jacobs upwards of 13, 14, 15 million dollars, right? I don't think anybody's going to do it. As good as Josh Jacobs is, the way the NFL is, the NFL, the league just shows you, right? You guys are going to come into contract and we're going to pay you what we think is fair. Now, the running backs had a little scuffle between them and the league, and they were going to put their foot down. But I felt like as soon as I woke up and saw the Saquon Barkley news, and the Jonathan Taylor news and Dalvin Cook now visiting New York to see the Jets. Like, that shit right there just screamed to me like, bro, like, we don't have no leverage. We just got to sign for what the fuck we can sign for right now. And Jacobs is the odd man out. Like I've been saying all offseason, right? He's not just doing this because he's mad at the Raiders and he wants his wage. He is doing it for the running backs that's coming behind him, the running backs that's going to come after him, right? Everybody that's going to come into the league and all the running backs that are coming in looking to get paid, looking when their contract is up to find new money, right? He's doing it for them. Now that all the other running backs have signed or at camp, it's just crazy to me now. It's just he's the only guy on the picket line, right? He's the only guy that's on the picket fence, the only guy striking right now. How long can that last? I still think he does not show up for training camp. Why? Because he was the leading rusher last year. He had a lot of carries. He said his body is healthy. I believe he wants to maintain that health with his body. And at the end of the day, why put that many carries? Why put more carries on your body in training camp when you can sit out, train, get your body right, come week one, get ready to go? I pretty much doubt that he does not know the playbook. All right, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. The man knows the playbook. He probably has the playbook with him, studying shit like that. So he's going to be prepared week one. And let's be even really real. I continue to say this, and I'll stand by it. I don't think training camp for a running back is that important unless you're one of those running backs, right, who are a double threat. Like, you know, you're looking at McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, dudes who literally have to line up in the receiver position, right, and take receiver reps. Those are the guys I feel like, yeah, you got to have them in there. But even then, right, when you have those guys and they're already seasoned within the system, right, and they already know what the fuck is going on, at that point, what's the wear and tear, especially on that position? And that's the main argument point for this position is the wear and tear on your body. So when you're looking at that, I just think that he's going to come in week one, right? He's going to come in week one, and we're going to look solid from there. We're going to rock and roll. Now, like I said, y'all let me know down below, man. Do y'all think that $12 million is fair compensation? I do. But y'all let me know. What do y'all think? And do you think the Raiders are going to exceed that $12 million, total right there? Me personally, if they do exceed that, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to lie to y'all. As much as I love Josh Jacobs, I've been saying this from the jump, I don't think the Raiders should pay him upwards of like $14, $15 million and make him the highest paid running back in the NFL. Makes no sense. Makes no sense as a team standpoint. It makes no sense as where we are, the state of just think of the state of the team, bro. Like, we're not ready to consistently compete for a Super Bowl. So paying a running back $15 million at this stage of building the team up to get to that Super Bowl contention is stupid, because now you're limiting yourself for the amount that you can spend on other positions. So like I said, I don't think they exceed that, but do you guys want them to exceed that? Do you think they will exceed that? Y'all let me know down below, man. Like I said, man, Josh Jacobs is still out, but I expect him to come back week one. So I don't really think there's anything to trip about, but we will see. Once again, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe button, right? All right. Tonight, I am going live, my first ever live show with my brother, Protect the Shield. All right. So if you are ready for that and you want to tune into that, we are going 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. All right. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all pull up, man. Come chill with your boys, man. Have some good Raider talk. Where else would you rather be on this fine Thursday night, right? But for now, man, enjoy this video. And remember, I always keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.